everyone! Happy October, or as all the artists are scrambling about right now, Inktober, or Drawloween, or any other really cool, awesome artistic challenge that is going on right now. One of the most common things that artists do during October is something called Inktober, and it's basically a challenge to try and create artworks with just ink. A lot of people do ink washes, some people do a multitude of color inks, and then some artists just stick to plain old black and white. It is night 4 currently for Inktober, for me anyways, for my time frame, and I have been having some ups and downs with Inktober, but it's about practice and enjoying the practice and finding your strengths, and it's about having fun. You can, for the most part, pretty much draw whatever you want, or there are some subjects that people like to come up with for themes, and if you search the tag, I'm sure you can find them. I'll put the link to the Inktober website in the description below. But for today, I decided to go with one of the Drawloween prompts, which is vampire, because I've actually wanted to draw a vampire for a little while. I've seen a lot of other artists drawing them, and of course, I was inspired to do one as well. That's another really good thing about Inktober is you can browse this prompt because so many artists are doing it right now, and it is one of the greatest ways to become inspired and test yourself. So I highly encourage you to look through the Inktober tag, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr. Everybody is really enjoying it and putting their effort in, and it's a chance to meet other artists and communicate with one another and give each other positive feedback and just have fun. And this is what it's all about. Anyways, for this Inktober, I decided to try and combine 2 inks. I had been doing just black and white, and please excuse my head. I had been doing just black and white, and I was like, you know what? I have these brush pens. I think that it's time for me to try and include a little bit of color, because not having any color on my Instagram feed and Tumblr posts was becoming a little bit bothersome to me. And since I was doing a vampire, I was like, ooh, well, I need to, get some red in there. I really like the fade cut that a lot of boys have right now, in which they dye the top of their hair a solid color. So I was like, I'm gonna put this in here. I also wanted to try, instead of using the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen, to try and use the Kuretake pen. Now, the Kuretake pen is also a brush pen, but it isn't like, a fine tip brush. It's more of like a felty brush, and I don't get as much tapering with it, but it's another kind of brush pen, and it's something to experiment with, because I haven't really been liking my line art with the brush pen that I've been getting. I'm still experimenting, and Inktober is the perfect time to be experimenting and figuring out what you like, what you want, and so on and so forth. But anyways, I combined the Pentel brush pen, and I used that for the background of that gooey, drippy blood effects and the solid red color on his hair for a nice contrast. The Kuretake pen was really good for getting really solid lines, and towards the end, I was able to realize that I really want to go fast. I want to make strong, confident strokes, and that is a goal that I'm going to work towards when I'm doing the rest of my Inktober sketches and pieces. So going fast, but I know I said I needed to take my time with my brush pen, the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen, and I realized maybe that's why my lines aren't making me happy when it comes to that, because I want to go fast. So I'm going to work through my brush pens and my other pens and see what I like, and I encourage you to do the same. You don't have to be married to any one medium. As artists, we are free to explore and learn and discover what we like to do. And as I said, Inktober is the perfect time for this, especially if you're trying to focus on your line art or your monochromatic studies, or trying to make things with shapes or shadows and shapes and shadows and value, instead of trying to worry about hues. So the less color you have, the more you can focus on shapes and shadows and whatnot, and your actual drawing. So this video is a little shorter than normal, but I thought it was important to make one for Inktober and enjoyable all the same. I hope you guys have a wonderful beginning to October. I'm going to leave a link for Inktober. I hope you explore it. I hope you enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.